For Halifax Citadel, Sable.
Mr. Speaker, I'm glad to rise to speak to Bill 109, Amendments to the Income Tax Act. Mr. Speaker, our caucus welcomes this bill and these amendments as a definite step in the right direction. We are very supportive of improving access to fertility health services for people who need assistance with having children and growing their families. Being able to access supports for surrogacy as well is absolutely good news. However, this help coming in the form of tax credits imposes clear limitations. This path leaves a lot of people out. Only those who still have the money to pay up front for not only the treatments and clinic appointments, but the prescription drugs needed as well will be able to afford it. Getting back some of that money later is fine, but not everyone can afford to wait. It's important to note that the value of tax credits increases with the income of the taxpayer. This means it is a device that favors the highest income households. The most recent statistics show 31% of Nova Scotia tax filers paid no tax at all. From a total of 760 and 100 tax returns, 160 paid no tax. Of those that did pay tax, more than 210,000 had less than $40,000 incomes. At an average Nova Scotia income tax rate of 17.3%, the credit earns you $86.50 after the $500 is spent and claimed. However, if you are earning at the top rates above $150,000 a year, you get $200 to $250 back. It's also important to note that the vast majority of fertility services are currently accessed through a private clinic. We believe these important supports will be more impactful and inclusive if put in place as an expansion of publicly funded insurance coverage and provision for infertility treatments, surrogacy, and the associated drug treatments. For example, there are already some fertility supports available publicly through the IWK. There's no particular reason why the government can't expand these services, but we did not hear during estimates that there were investments here. This would also help retain the skills and resources needed for Nova Scotians in this area in our public system. I also need to mention the fact that 2S LGBTQ+ couples do not have their initial appointments covered, while those by MSI, while heterosexual couples do. I would urge the government to address this immediately. We encourage the legislature to take this advice and the input of stakeholders that we've heard to take this one step further. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I'll take my seat.